Hey, what's up? It's Friday, and it's a holiday weekend. I just came back from Zoom, but they're like, it's a holiday weekend. Like, it's a holiday weekend. I ain't been here. We don't celebrate holidays in Japan like that. But I'm gonna do these every Friday because I like Fridays. I don't think I ever. Well, I'm pretty sure I had a bad Friday, but in general, Fridays are always cool. I did make a video on the 31st, I guess yesterday, kind of like the last video. It was great. I was like thanking people and just pouring my heart out. And I came to my house and, or not yesterday, but the 31st. So, what is this? Friday, Thursday, Wednesday. And I got to my house and I was cleaning up my iPhone or iPad. I got a lot of videos, an hour video, and if you don't delete them, they start running out of space. So somehow I went to video and I just deleted all the videos. And since it's in the cloud, it just was like, boop, gone. So I jumped to my iPhone, because I know I was on my iPhone, that's where I recorded it, I saw it just fading away, just boop, 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 like, oh no! Now, yeah, and since it happened that day, it didn't get like backed up. Like, I don't even know how, like, it is backing up to another cloud, or I guess there's a temporary cloud or backup cloud or some shit. But you'd have to, like, it'd be a process, and whatever. I made a 3-hour video the day before. You don't got to see me. But I ended up going to my older iPhones, which they're all connected, right? And I plugged them in because they're all dead. It's not like I be using them all the time. And I turned off the Wi-Fi so it wouldn't be affected by the cloud coming back down saying delete. So it's there. So I just need to send it somewhere. Send it to my desktop. I wasn't so worried about the last video, whatever. Although it was a great video, one of my best videos, if I do say so myself. But I got like little videos that I didn't do anything with. Like when I was in Japan, I saw like these ants. They were all working together to like take a dead caterpillar back to their pad. Try saying that. There was a bunch of ants trying to take. Anyway, so I wanted to use it like the teamwork makes the dream work or some bullshit like that. So I got these little things and little pictures that I had in Japan. Well, pictures are saved, but little videos that I took of random things. I may never use them, but I want to see them. So anyway, so I'm in the parking lot of Giant, and I'm officially going to be training there next Tuesday. And my silly company that I work for in Japan, after like 4 times calling them up, hey, and talking to some nice secretary, like, I will tell everybody. And then finally I got an email from this guy that I do not like so much. Like, aren't you like a YouTuber? That's what he said to me one day. Like, man, I ain't here for all that shit. You summoned me. So what do you want? Anyway, he's like, we have prepared the paperwork that you requested. Good luck in your future. Now, it is what it is. And I said this when I came out to Japan. These companies are not your friend. I would think a lot of companies are not your friend. We're just disposable. But in the case of this company, I've been here for like 7 years. And they didn't even drop like a how you doing or everything okay out there or nothing. And they were the last company to give me my stupid paperwork. But it's whatever. When I make my book, my tell-all book, I'll make sure to show how shitty they are. But they're a good company. I'm not, if you know, you know. But they'll get you your visa and whatever. But yeah, they're not your friends. So now I can officially start working as a teacher. So that's good. Yeah. I'm slowly going through the Dilla book. And that shit it should be required reading. The reason you can't see my other hand is because the idea was if I hold the phone, then I more likely won't make it longer than, because it's supposed to be like a little short video, but it doesn't seem to matter. But I'm gonna try to get this all in before 10 o'clock or in 10 minutes. So Dilla, hey look, a dude with a Wu-Tang shirt. That's great, man. It should be required reading for any beat maker. Like you say, I want to be a beat maker. You should read that book. You should read a lot of books, but you should read this one because, not so much because I guess you should read this book because it kind of shows all sides of the industry. It shows how parents and the people around you are not going to support you. Like, that's just a given. Now, you may be lucky. It also shows when your parents do support you and it's just they're pushing you. It shows the conflict between a parent saying, you know, you got to balance your life, you know. Music thing might not work out for you, so do this. Because that's a thing. It shows how the industry will fuck you over. It shows how money and contracts. Like people, I saw a thing where the guy's like, I don't talk business when I'm at a session. It's just music. We don't talk business. Anybody who comes in here trying to talk business, we kick them out. Which makes no sense because then when shit starts happening, it's like, well, I'm going to take 70% and you get 30%, but my man's is going to get 10%. Like that shit just, if you read a lot of, I mean, you don't even have to read books. Go on like YouTube or whatever. You'll find a lot of groups broke up over money and bitches. Money over bitches. But they still break up. Like it's a thing. And I guess why I'm championing this book is because it's within our era. Like if you read Miles Davis or you read other books, they're kind of out of the genre and out of the era. Dilla, I guess you should read the books that are around your age. But Dilla would be most people. Anyway. And it's crazy because like Q-Tip, I never knew his real name because I don't care for it's in the liner notes and all that, but unless they explicitly go out their way to be like, this is my real name. But his name is John. And they were talking about how Dilla was having some issue with him and his friend got on the phone. He's like, I ain't talking to you. Q-Tip's like, I ain't talking to you. He's like, listen, John. Like, that's disrespect within that kind of. But another thing, man, there's just so much. I could spend a whole video talking about this, but I won't. Another thing is, the more I read it, I feel like I was destined to have a hard time getting traction with the music in my situation. Because, like, if you take away all the people who are championing Dilla, like, he's a quiet guy, like a lot of producers are, right? He made the beats, and he was meticulous. His part, he did what he did. In the same way I was freestyling and I was doing what I did. He did his part. But the people around him, they're just like in the case of Q-Tip, he's like, wow, your shit is really good. It's better than mine. But instead of trying to fuck you over, I'm going to give it to my friends and let them hear it. And when I have money coming my way, I'm going to tell them, nah, you got to work with this guy or you got to work with me and him. Same story with Timberland and Missy. When she got her deal, she's like, yeah, without Timberland, I ain't coming. We're a package deal. I don't recall that type of atmosphere where I'm from or the people I meet. It's kind of, now I did meet people who kind of, whatever. But the first guy I met, the first like producer type guy, he was just like, yo, you're going to pay me $100 on some bootleg software. He's like, I'm going to sell it to you. It costs thousands of dollars, but I'm going to sell it to you for $100. And I was like, okay, wow, if I had $100, where in the story of Dilla, it's like, yo, hold my $5,000 beat machine, MPCs or EMUs or whatever. Just hold it, whenever you need it. Here's my studio. Whenever you come down here, it's yours, man. And no money was crazy. Like I didn't grow up I had to buy my beat machines, $1,350. And what have you. And anyway, so it talks about that. It talks about how the money situation is slow. So even if you get a placement, it's going to take a while for that money to get to you. It talks about how you should have lawyers within your camp. It just kind of blueprints everything that you should be doing and kind of some things you shouldn't be doing. Like, he had a gun charge. You know, people are going to do what people are going to do. But he had a gun charge because he was running around with a gun. Domestic violence was in his... It also talks about how he was kind of special. Not special, but just special. I can't say special. I'm saying special. You're special. Take special what you take that to mean. But it's similar to the story of Dr. Seuss, the guy who wrote Cat in the Hat and all that. He was special in the sense that the people around him, they kind of let him be how he was. So if he was selfish, they'd be like, well, you know, he's special. We're just going to let him be him because he's our cash cow or he's whatever. In a way, I have that on me. People kind of let me, I don't know if they let me. Another part of Dilla is like Dilla, JD. He kind of had, the guy said, you know, if you're around JD, you either are with him, either you're on board or you're just not there. Which I have that approach. It's like, hey, I'm going to do this and either you're with me or you're not. But he would lash out. Like, he would yell at people and make them feel like poop and stuff. I never did that. Well, I did do that. But I'm just like seeing the parallels between him and me and other creative folks. But just like all the opportunities and doors that were open to him. I mean, this is chance. These are the cards we're dealt. I mean, I'm blessed with, I didn't get sick. I mean, he passed away at 32 because he got sick. But, you know, I'm as healthy as a horse. I guess horses get sick, you know. So I was blessed with that. I'm blessed with where I live. I mean, nothing's happening here. There's no music. Maybe there is. I doubt it, though. There wasn't nothing happening when he was in Detroit, Motown and all that. There was like this seed planted there. But it's just a fascinating book. Fascinating. Rakim book was fascinating. Cute. Like, they all were. I'm only, let's see. I don't know how many chapters there are, but I'm at like chapter 8 right now. So probably every week when I do my little updates, I'm probably going to fill you in. Like, you got to read it. You got to read it because it is, or listen to it on, like, I went for a long walk just so I could listen to it because that's how good it is. I can't wait. I mean, I listen to it when I'm at the gym on my elliptical. But, yeah. And then the other part about it is just like, again, it is what it is. Things could change. Who knows? I could be working at Giant, you know, not the ideal place. And I could run into someone who makes beats. You never know, right? But, yeah. And, let's see. I'll end on this, right? So my therapist, she's like, did you tell your dad that you love him? I said, no. Because my dad never said he loves me. We're that kind of family. She's like, yeah, you got to tell him. And I'm like, okay, I'll tell him out of spite. I don't think it's going to change anything. But I'm like, when is the right time to say it? Do I say it like when I walk in the door? Hey, Dad, I love you. Get out the way. Or do I wait till like it's nighttime? And do I write it on a card? Do I wait for the holidays? But I want to do it just so I could, you know, again, it's out of spite. Like, I told him nothing happened. See? And in the bigger picture, what is that going to change anything? Is that going to make me a record deal mogul because of? Look, I need skills on how to. But yeah, anyway, as I said, I don't want this to be too long. 15 minutes. Maybe we'll cap it at 15 minutes arbitrarily. 15 minutes. But this is a rhyming version of a short 15 minutes. But yeah, man, be safe. Thank you guys for watching all throughout the summer. Oh, new album. Man, if I sit down, I write a whole song. Every time I sit down and take out the virtual pen, because I'm writing on the iPhone, I finish a whole song. And reading or listening to the book is also inspiring, but so the thing about JD, he was always lopsided. Like, he would just do things randomly. So normally my song would be like verse and hook with an intro and an outro, but I'm gonna scrap that whole format. I'm just gonna make whatever I write. So it could be a 2-minute 1-verse song, no hook, or it could be mostly a hook with a little 16 in the middle. It's just gonna be like that. And it's really a snapshot of how I feel, or I mean, there's a new season, so I kind of feel different. You can kind of see the vibe. Like, shit, I'm gonna take control of my shit and kind of fuck everybody else kind of approach to it. Where before it's kind of like, okay, I'm just gonna wait it out to see. But wait, and nothing happened. Nothing happened. 6 months, nothing happened. Nothing. No calls. And it's all, and I put all that in the music. So I don't know if it's going to be the greatest album or whatever, but it's my emotions, it's my feeling, and it's raw, and it's going to be put to a new style of production. Almost every album I do is kind of a leap from what I did before, because, you know, I want to try new things. And definitely, since I'm listening to Dilla, and his whole thing is about drums and space, so now I'm really digging into the drums I have. Like, man, we were at 16, but I promise it's going to be 15 minutes. But like when I made my beats, I made them to the metronome. They were just kind of stiff. Boom, chat, whatever. And then, yeah, but he's all about the soul of the, because you know, sampling, you know, to get the soul of the drummer. So I've been collecting a bunch of different drum sample packs. So this random drum over here, and I never thought about it. I'm capturing his soul. And when you like match up the tempo, you can see that the snare's not really on the 1 and 3. It's just kind of a little bit off. And then within the machines, oh my gosh, man. It's another thing he would talk about. This is a book. He would talk about, yeah, we used to go record digging and we used to sit around talking about music. I don't ever remember sitting around talking about music with anyone. I mean, we might end up talking about music, but it might be because we're like walking back from somewhere. There's nothing else to do. These people are just meeting up to talk about music, sitting there with the record and looking at who made it. And so I didn't come up in that era, that environment. So all this excitement would be, you know, thrown back at me like Pete Rock, you know, Pete Rock. When he heard of this guy, he flew all the way to his house. Where I'm from, if people think you're better, they're like, fuck him, I'm better. Like, it's that kind of vibe here, which is weird. It's weird, man. But I'm close to Philly. And the other day, I saw this little mom and pop shop. Well, technically, it's just a storefront. But it used to make cards, business cards. I made my first business card there. I paid like $80 for my business cards. Because I didn't want just white and like the paper. I had a black business card with foil for the lettering, and it was pretty dope and expensive. But I saw that there was some kind of like hip hop event. Now where I'm from, I'm pretty sure within a couple of weeks or so, someone's gonna get shot. There's gonna be a stabbing. But it's close to, it's like right down the street, and it'll be a place to meet and greet other urban night people doing music. Because, all right. But let me just stop, because I said I'm gonna do 15 minutes and now we're almost at 20. But again, thank you for watching. I'm gonna put these up every Friday for consistency. And of course I'll be uploading on my Instagram. Not the Rhyming Guide one. I actually I'm gonna just continue that. It'll sit there, but I don't know what to do with it at the moment. But the new one, I'll be putting stuff. Anyway, I'm out. Be safe, enjoy your weekend, and let me practice. I love you. I love you. I love you. It's weird. Like, I have some friends that say that to me. Matthew, I love you. And I'm like, what do you mean you love me? That's weird. Anyway, I love you. I gotta practice. I love you. Now, don't get me wrong. I say I love you to girls all the time that I'm dating. Like, I love you, baby. And we get our little cute names. I love you, rabbit. That was one. I love you, little bear. We had, but it's just something foreign to me, man. Hugging and loving and yeah. Anyway, I'm out. Peace.